Hey guys, Rob Caputo here, and I'm finally back in my garage. It's been a little bit, I've been traveling a lot, and finally have a little bit of time to be able to kind of get into my garage, get into my little happy space, and do a couple videos. Now, one of the videos that I've promised to do is for a company called Andeman, right? I don't know if that's short for handyman or whatever the case is, but it's Andeman. It's a company out there that sells like some utility tools and stuff like that for your car or for your incidentals like your lawnmower, motorcycle, and stuff like that. They sell a few items out there. Let's check out their website. So right now they sell their products on Amazon. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but Andeman basically sells car jump starters, level 2 EV chargers, like real portable jump starters, like 4,000 amp jump starters. They have charge devices for your computers, iPhones, stuff like that. So it looks like it's all power bank type related type stuff. They have, let's see. They do have audio power amplifiers, believe it or not. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then they have a brand story here that they're sharing with everybody. It says, Andeman is a comprehensive brand that provides safe and high quality starting power vacuum cleaners, automotive electronic products, and other products for the majority of the car drivers. So it's really specific and hyper specific to automotive enthusiasts, but they do obviously have things like chargers, for phones and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty interesting. So what they did is they reached out to me, they saw one of my videos, and they said, Rob, can you do a quick video on our multi-function jump starter, right? This is the model E-Power 177, right? It looks like a pretty good little unit. I'm always like skeptical about like the quality of these things and stuff like that. I mean, this is made in China. So here's the information where they're made. A lot of the items that I'm receiving and a lot of the requests that I'm receiving are from China and stuff like that. So I'm going to look at it. I'm going to be very honest about it. Talk to you about my first impressions and give them a chance. So again, this is a portable unit. It's not super heavy. It's still in this box. I'm going to be opening this up in real time so you and I can kind of discover what's inside, how it's built, see what the quality is, try the pump on it. Because this does a couple things. It's not only a jump starter, it's also a pump. It has a what they call a torch, but it's a light, right? There's a light on it. It's safe on car electronics. It's a power bank for your portable devices, jump starter, and air pump. So let's check it out. This is Talking with Cars. All right, so let's open this thing up. Let's see what's inside. All right, and disclaimer, they did send this to me for free, so they wanted me to do a review. All right, so we're opening it up. It comes in this nice little carrying case, which is pretty cool. It's got their logo on there. Got a little like hanger. You can hang it someplace, put it in the back of your car. So it's really nice. It's got a little protective piece here. These are the jumper cables right here. And let's look at the quality of these. Yeah, they don't seem half bad. I mean, it's got some tension on it, it doesn't seem like it would like fly off. The plastic, okay, I've seen better for sure. The quality of the plastic that's on here is not the greatest, This is the connector. You'll see there, I don't know if you see that. That's the connector, right? It can only go in one way because it's got a flat piece right here, so it can only go into the unit in one direction. It's got a light, an indicator light to show that there's power rushing through it. The cables are kind of flexible. And I guess because of portability and stuff like that, these cables are kind of short. So when you do use it as a jumper, you're gonna have to be pretty close to the battery, in order to use it. Function, okay, if the light is green and on, it's low voltage. If it's off, red and flashing, it's short circuit. Off, beep and red light, reverse charge. Off, beep and red light. Notice, when green light, forbid short circuit or reverse connection to car battery. All right, so I guess we can try it on something and see. I don't know. I don't have any vehicles or any cars that's going to require something like this. So, you know, plug it to my lawnmower and see if that helps out a little bit in terms of startup. Because the battery might be on a little bit of the lower side. So we'll check it out in a little bit. It's got the air pump cord, right? So you can put this into the device, this side into the vehicle or the tire. It's got, you know, a few accessories, you know, for your balls and all that kind of stuff, so you can pump them up. And then the cable for charging the unit so you can bring it to power. I haven't charged this, so hopefully it comes with a little bit of a battery charge. Drop this. All right, let's look at the unit itself. Comes with instructions. All right. Okay. Look at the instructions real quick. A user manual. Battery charger cable that I showed you. The air taps, the gas filled pipe, or whatever. You know, obviously the pipe for the air, the user manual itself, and the storage box that it comes with. All right. Step 1: turn the power on. Plug the jumper cables into the 12-volt vehicle start port. Step 2, connect the red clamp to the vehicle's positive terminal and black clamp to the negative terminal. Step 3, start the vehicle, remove jumper clamps. Okay. It's versatile. You could use it for automotive tires, you know, for pumping up, electric vehicles. You know, I double check with your manufacturers, always double check. You know, talk to them, tell them what you have, see if it's compatible and stuff like that. Make sure that you're using the right thing for the right car. How to use: connect one end of the tire inflator line to the air hole. Connect one end to the tire. Press the power button for 2 seconds to enter the inflation mode. Select the mode according to what you have, plus or minus to adjust the pressure. Press the power button to start to inflate. Press the power button for 2 seconds to shut it down. All right, this is the unit. Everyone loves this. Woo. All right. So we got our power on button, our light. Let's turn this thing on. So hold this for a couple seconds. All right, so it's on. It looks like it's charged. Let's cycle through motorcycle, bicycle, PSI for the car or the bike. How many bars, if you want to use bars for the car, motorcycle, or bicycle, or PSI. So whichever is easiest, right? So PSI's right now it's set to 36. All right, how do you turn it off now? Oh, flashers. Press it again. Blink slowly. Let's say SOS, right? Press it again and it's off. All right, so for PSI, I can increase or decrease the PSI by pressing the up and down button. You can't really tell what these buttons say unless you really look at it, but all right, so you know, you can go up to 38 PSI, 39, 40 PSI, you can go down. So it's easy. It's tactile, it's got like, you know, a clicking action to it. But yeah, okay, so on the back side of this, right, you're gonna see a couple USBs here, right? USB-A's and USB-C. And then obviously this is the connector for your jumpers, right? Like I said before, this can only go in one way. So you see this flat part right here? Let's see that right there? That goes in on this side. And then you just click it into position. Get this rubber piece out of the way. There you go. Now it's flashing, right? And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna hook this up to your battery, your dead battery, and then go to town. So it's nice, it's convenient. It's a pretty cool little unit. We're gonna take that out for now because we're not doing that yet. Put that little protective cover back into place. I think this is pretty cool. The USB-C, which looks like that's the in for the charger, right? So that's for your USB-C cord so that you can charge the unit up. And then you have two outs, and they're both USB-A's. 5 volt 3 amp, 9 volt 2 amp, 12 volt 1.5 amp, and that's this red one right here. And the black one that's adjacent to it, that one is a 5-volt 3-amp. All right, so not bad. This is where you connect your pipe here for pumping up tires. You know, they just basically screw this in. I was a little nervous about, like, you know, if people would strip this or anything like that, but you know, I don't think it's too much of an issue. Let me just be careful, obviously. All right, so while it's charging, you can't use the unit. So you have to unplug it and then press the power button, and then now it's on, okay? So, and it's plenty charged enough so we could do our testing in the garage and stuff like that, and go out to the lawnmower and see if we can try that out and see if that works, you know. What else? It's got questions and answers in here, troubleshooting, safety instructions, a warning, FCC statement. So yeah, thank you for supporting our original Adu products. Andeman has upgraded the original products, launched a more efficient JumpStarter, and enriched the product line by adding car repair and maintenance products. We hope this brand can bring you a one-stop shopping experience for auto supplies and meets the needs for all your users. And then it's got an email address right here, just in case you wanted to kind of email them and ask them some questions. But I'm going to put the link for this down below. I'm going to show you exactly where to find it on Amazon. And then you can check out their website and kind of check out, you know, all the other products that they sell and stuff like that. So let's get right to using it, right? So let's put this on. Let's set this to vehicle. So we're going to vehicle or PSI for balls, PSI right here. So 36 PSI. Let's find out what this car needs to be at, and we'll check the front right tire. Follow me. All right, so hopefully you can see me. I put a light stand right next to me so you can kind of like see this area right in here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check the PSI that's on here. So let's turn it on. Let's set it to PSI. So let's circulate back to PSI. We're at 36. Now this car needs to be 38. So I'm gonna bump this up to 38. And for the front tires, that's 38 PSI. So let's connect this. We're at 38.6 currently. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove some air. We'll bring it down to like 34. And then we'll start this up and see how long it takes to get from 34 PSI to 38 PSI. It's got an auto shut off to save battery power, obviously, so we're gonna have to cycle back to the PSI and see where we're at. Okay, so we're at 33.9 PSI. So right now, you know, and this cord right here, this line is not the longest, so you're gonna have to kind of hold on to it. So that's the only downside with these units, these portable units, is that these cords, you know, are not long because they have to kind of save space. But, you know, I understand why they do it. So 34 PSI, we want this to be at 38 PSI. So let's set this back to 38 because we lost that setting, and then press the start button. A little bit on the loud side, but it's a small pump. And I can't use the light. It doesn't look like I can use the light or turn it on. Oh, I can. There you go. You can use the light at the same time. So if you're on the road, there's some safety measures there. 38, and it stopped automatically, so not bad. And that was pretty quick. That was only a couple minutes, and I got from 34 PSI to 38 PSI. So not a bad little unit, Andeman, no question about it. So surface may become hot during use. Inflate for up to 8 minutes per cycle. Automatically resumes after 3-minute cooldown. All right, so I mean, there's a tendency for this to get hot. They're warning you of that. But I'm at 38 PSI. Perfect. Right? So now this tire is inflated. I'm good to go. And I just wanted to point this out real quick. So this, when I was removing it, did get quite hot. So this area right in here that was connected to the unit got warm, very warm. So just be cautious of that. Make sure you don't burn yourself. But yeah, this portion right here, right at the onset of the pump, that was pretty warm. So just be cautious. All right, so we're in the shed, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to simulate a dead battery. So basically, I'm going to disconnect the cables from the lawnmower and connect the power jumper to the cables themselves and see if I can get this thing to start. So it's simulating that you have a dead battery and then you just want to start it up. So let's try to do that. All right, so black terminal is disconnected. Let's try starting it up right now. Right, so nothing, right? All right, no power at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect this unit, connect the connectors to here. All right, it's blinking. We're gonna turn the unit on. I guess there's no setting in particular because all the settings that you have here are just for the PSI, for pumping tires and stuff like that. So we're gonna connect the black terminal, right, to here, and the red. All right, it shows that it's green, right, which means it's connected properly. Try to like put this seat down here so that we can go ahead and do our test. So it's still green. Nope, disconnected, hold on. A little harder than I expected. See, that's the downside to these like really short cables. You gotta kind of play with it a little bit here. And I believe the seat has to be down in order to turn it on. Woohoo! So yeah, it turns, it's doing its job. Lights work and everything. So I'm gonna disconnect this because I don't need it. But yeah, it works perfectly. So if you want to use it as a jump starter for your lawnmower or any other device, or car or anything like that, this thing will work. It'll come in handy. So excellent, excellent job. Let's reconnect the battery and then we'll go back inside and give final conclusions. Hang tight. All right, so we did a couple tests. We went through the system. We kind of checked it all out. We used it on a tire. We started our lawnmower with it, so simulating that it was a dead battery. A couple things they wanted to point out, product features. It's a 2-in-1 power solution, combines a powerful jump starter with an integrated air compressor, delivers 800 amps starting current and 2000 amps peak current. So plenty of power to be able to kind of start up your car, your vehicle, whatever. Up to 8-liter gas, 7-liter diesel engines. So yeah, it definitely has enough juice to be able to kind of kickstart your car and get it going. On-the-go power and charging, it's equipped with a 10,000 milliamp battery, functioning as a versatile power bank, which is really cool because you can kind of plug it into your phone and all that kind of stuff. And you know, if you're running out of battery power, even for your computer, you can use it. It's got emergency illumination. We saw that. Durable and resilient design. It is pretty sturdy, no question about it. You know, it's not a bad unit at all. I mean, the plastics, you know, maybe the plastics could be a little bit better, but it's not bad. For the function, it's perfect. Designed to withstand harsh conditions, sandproof, splash-proof. It's got a rating of IP40, and it's drop resistant. So I'm not going to try that. I don't want to try that, but I trust that they did their testing, and it's drop resistant. So integrated 150 PSI air compressor provides 150 PSI of inflation pressure, which is really high. I mean, great for like larger trucks and stuff like that. I mean, these are just 38 PSI. Typically 40, 45 PSI is the max I've seen for a domestic car. Suitable for inflating car tires, motorcycles, bicycles, sports balls, inflatables, all that kind of good stuff. So this little unit, right? This little unit right here does it all, right? So it's a jump starter, it's an air inflator, it's portable. You know, I think I said I was going to give this thing away. I am, but I'm going to give it to my daughter. I'm going to have her have this in her car. So God forbid she ever runs into a situation and she needs a jump start, or her friend needs a jump start or something like that. They got something like this to work off. It's easy to use. I'll show her really quick how to use it, or she can watch my video and then we'll go from there. So great job, Andeman. Excellent unit. Great multifunction jump starter. The ePower 177. I'll put the link down below, and you can get a 20% coupon code from me. It's the coupon code is TalkCars20, and you get 20% off. That's the coupon code, and you can use it, I believe, on Amazon. So check it out. You won't be disappointed. It's a nice little portable unit. Great job, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.